so much for joining us this morning at the Hartford Public Library, a vital community hub and civic anchor. And to quote the late library champion, of Hartford, my name is Ritu Paliwal Barna. I'm the president and CEO of the Hartford Public Library, and I could not be more proud to stand here today with you all and alongside so many champions of literacy, education, community, and most importantly, access for all. Today, we are ushering in a new chapter for Hartford and for our library system, launching the public phase of the Restore, Renew, and Reimagine capital campaign at the Downtown Library. We are inviting you, our community, to dream big with us. Together, with your help, we are redefining what a modern urban library is and can be for our community. A vibrant, inclusive hub of learning, connection, opportunity, and possibility. This project is more than flood repair, more than renovation. It is a piece of our mission and reflects exactly what we're here to do. To build a public library that reflects and honors Hartford's spirit, its creativity, and how we serve our people and inspires future generations. And we want you to be a part of it. We are honored to have the support of all levels of our elected officials, every delegation, federal, state, and local, and that really is a testament to the commitment that we have here in our capital city and to the Hartford Public Library system. And I would like to now invite, for opening remarks, Congressman John Larson.
Governor, Speaker, Your Honor, all the dignitaries that are gathered here today, and a special congratulations to the library. What a historic place. And overcoming the flooding that took place was a remarkable achievement. But it happens because we have great coordination at the state level, with the leadership here, with the governor as the chief executive of the state, as well as Hartford itself, and the people at this library who care so deeply about it. The federal delegation is proud to be part of that as well. I especially want to commend Rosa DeLauro, who will be our incoming chair of appropriations when we take back the House of Representatives. As a former teacher, I know how important libraries are. And when you think you're in the city of Mark Twain, and you think about the significance, the history, the cultural commitment, and everything that this library represents is tremendous. We're proud to participate in the $10 million funding for Barbara and Albany Ave. And we have an earmark in as well for $2.5 million for the library as well. That is money that is well spent, not only for today, but for the future. So congratulations to one and all, Ritu especially, and all of the hard work that has been done to take us to this point. Let's continue to work together, because we know in doing so, with every delegation pulling its weight, there's nothing that we can't do in the capital city. Thank you.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce someone who's been deeply committed to Hartford's families, to the future, and certainly to its library system. Speaker of the House, Matt Ritter.
Thanks, Bridget. My mother finds great irony in my desire to be a champion of library. She reminds me I didn't spend a lot of time in that in college or law school. But I have become, I saw it firsthand when I was on the city council for a long time ago, when I see Jerry and Tim Sullivan here, and Jerry and some of the online supporters, whether it's Greg Davis or David Garrett, all the people that have reminded us over the years that really said, a library is not what you think it used to be. It's so different. If you come in here on a Saturday or a Tuesday, it's not just young kids reading in the corner. It's now we have UConn students studying here. We have people taking immigration classes. We have folks using it to check their email. It is a modern library institution, and it's very different. And unfortunately, this place has had a little bit of bad luck. I was joking earlier, it reminded me a little bit of the UConn women's basketball team for a while. Every day, you're like, how could someone get hurt? Or how could there be another biblical storm or event that shuts down the library? But just like they won the title, the library's back when it was better than ever. So thank you to the staff who has done that. Speakers, and I do apologize, I am double booked and have to be downstate, so me leaving early is not a sign of disrespect to anybody. I apologize in advance, but it's not just this library. We've done a really good job of also building up our libraries in the neighborhoods. I know there was one left for Congressman Ritter on Barber Street, and so stay tuned. We'll be doing some applications for the fall, and we'll be in touch, and I hope we'll have good news. We'll do a groundbreaking on that one. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We do so greatly appreciate the support for this library, but as you said, the state has also supported the Park Street Library, the Hartford Library, the Albany Library. So this is just a continued pattern, and it's so important to have this investment in libraries because we are the centers of opportunity. We are places for everyone, for education, for literacy, but for workforce readiness, for entrepreneurship, for citizenship, for social services. We really are a place for everyone, a place for all. And then, talking about a place for all, somebody who has been a part of the Hartford Public Library for many years, and has been on our board and has served in great service there, and now is the leader of our city. And please help me welcome Mayor Arunan Arulampalam.
Thank you, Bridget. Welcome, everybody, to the city of Hartford and to the best damn library in the country. Thank you to the governor for joining us, Congressman, Speaker, members of the board, to the members of the staff of this library who are second to none. I'll also, like a speaker, give a shout out to Karen Sullivan, who's here. She's the reason I was on the board. There are a lot of dignitaries here today. When I think about libraries, I think about my mom taking me and my sister to the library every single Saturday morning as a kid. We could have a ton of books in our own house, but we could go to this library and have access to any form of knowledge or more. Any book, any subject we were interested in. We'd come back, the limit was 10 books, and I would come back with 10 books every single Saturday. And I had an index Saturday, which I'm sure there's somebody at the front desk who's thinking, the mayor has 2 books outstanding. I know they're late right now. I'm sorry. I will bring them some more. I don't read as quickly as I used to before I had stuff. I think about our own kids, as you know, being a large family. 4 of those 5 kids of ours were all under the age of 3. And I remember, I'm going to feature this for a second, pushing 2 double strollers into these doors here, taking the elevator up to the children's reading room, and watching our kids fall in love with books for the first time. And watching all of these immigrant families do the same thing. All of these families from all over Hartford doing the same thing. Falling in love with books for the first time. My kids are getting older now. They're still not quite old enough to be able to, they walk by those windows and see all of these teenagers across the city engaging in not just games, not just fun things, but electronics in a way that might allow them to have a leg up in their future career as this world changes around us. That might allow Hartford kids to be ready for the changes that are coming in this world. This library is not just a building, it's a testament to our values as a city. That everyone, that every kid should be able to expand their imagination and knowledge in a beautiful temple like this. That new immigrants who come into our city should be welcomed in a beautiful place like this. That folks who are looking for social services, folks who are unhoused, folks who just need to get information where they can find access to resources, should be able to do in a beautiful place like this. That is a core of who we are as a city. It is a core of who we are as a state. And I am so proud that as the rest of the country is changing, that we are strengthening that core, investing in that core, and making sure that that beautiful vision is there for generations to come. And you are all part of that vision. So thank you so much. Thank you for all of your investments in this library, and thank you for everybody who continues to make this, for over 250 years, the best library in the country.
Don't worry, we don't charge overdue fines anymore, so we're all good. We'll renew them for you. And there are a lot of dignitaries we can all speak about, the experience of supporting the library, but I think what really brings home what this library means to people is the stories of the people that use them. And we're really honored to have somebody here today with us who is going to share her family's library story. Ritu Paliwal Barna. Please help me welcome her to
Thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you so much, Bridget, for introducing me. Good morning, everybody. It's both an honor and a source of great pride for me to share my thoughts at this prestigious temple of books, love, and acceptance. A place like no other, our Hartford Public Library. The day I first walked into HPL, it reminded me of our time in the Netherlands. The books were familiar, but what stood out here was the love, the welcome, and the countless aha moments. My kids have practically lived in the library during their summer breaks and even beyond. I am amazed at the confidence they have developed, the trust they show, and the way each program helps shape them into better global citizens and better human beings. Before I received my employment authorization document, we used to frequent the library. My friend Kana and I proudly call ourselves the unofficial brand ambassadors of HPL programs. We still are. Frequency to the library has changed. We visited not only the downtown library, but also Albany, Park Street, and Campfield libraries. There is quite a face that recognizes us still. After rushing through our daily chores, we would head to the library, not just to learn something new, but to breathe, to feel at home. I have benefited so much from my association from the library. To name a few programs, I learned knitting with Miss Wilma at the Campfield branch. I learned sewing a tote bag with Miss Selena at the Albany branch. Also how to crochet with Miss Barney at the Albany branch. I attended the very famous makeup class at the Park Street Library and then emceed the Diwali program at our very own downtown library. My son also got his eyes checked here at the downtown library. As I said, I was the unofficial brand ambassador. As the library evolves, so do we. I attended HPL's podcasting program and hope my tech-savvy teen daughter enjoyed this summer. Because let's face it, summer can get a little wild and the library helps us keep grounded. No tribute to the HPL would be complete without mentioning the person who made my visits unforgettable, Miss Lena Williams. She has been a guiding light, a sister at heart, and a wellspring of knowledge and kindness. Miss Lena, you're truly a gem. Miss Catherine, Miss Patricia, Miss Vani, Miss Nicole, Miss Rani, Mr. Sam, Mr. Nelson, and Miss Lisa are few of my other associates at the library. All really helpful and also accepting. When I heard the theme of this event, Restore, Renew, Reimagine, it immediately resonated. This is my story. This library restored me. It renewed me, and most importantly, it helped me reimagine who I could be. It built the trust that we can do it, that I can do it. I hope my story connects with yours and that you feel the same love and belonging here at the HPL that I do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of the story. Thank you.
I'm so glad you mentioned the I-Class exam. That is a partnership between the Hartford Public Library and Vision to Learn. Hartford children can get free eye exams and free glasses. What an incredible opportunity for them, and that's going on now. So, what we do on a day-to-day basis today, we're celebrating our Restore, Reimagine campaign to help make sure we get across the finish line for our capital campaign. But what we do on a day-to-day basis for people here at the library couldn't happen without generous support from the city of Hartford. And we are really thrilled to have Council President Shirley Surgeon here with us today.
Good morning, everyone. Governor Larson, when the speaker talked about the library, if anything happens, the flooding, the electricity, this reminds, and he says, it's like Arunan girls. Well, guess what? We are like Arunan girls. We're still standing. So I need to tell you this. I wish I could tell you what we're doing now. And we're doing way better. I have to give a shout out to Jerry back in the days when, the library was a book depository. No longer is it a book depository. This library now is Reimagine. Think about where you are right now. On a lunch break, about 11, 12 o'clock. What do we have? Yoga, exercise. This is Reimagine what our library is all about. Okay? One of the things I have to commend Bridget and all the board members and the staff is what they have done to bring this library into the 21st century. It's no longer again as a book deposit. What it is, it's a community hub. We come here for different events, okay? We come here for exercising. And then more importantly, that information is taken out into the community. When you go into the community library, as we talked about learning all different things in the library, it's amazing what the community library is doing. We see, one of the things which I see when I'm at the library in the community, people are borrowing movies. You know how expensive it is to have internet when you can go to the library and borrow a movie and take home and watch a movie? That's what the library is doing for the community. You know what it's like to actually be stuck at home as our seniors are, and you can get online and read a book and take a book out. That is what the library is doing for the community. So I'm very, very, very proud when the library comes in front of the city council at their budget time, and we are wholeheartedly supporting them and what they need to go next, because you know what? We know what that library brings to each one of the council members and the mayor in this community. We know that what they do, their fundraising capabilities, how they really partnership with the city to make this one of the excellent library in the state of Connecticut. I see Manchester and everybody else following our example. Isn't it great following Hartford's example? So I'm so proud of that, and I'm so proud that wherever the community goes in the next 21st century, the library is going to be here to support us. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Highlighting another feature of the library is our library of things, because one of the things that people do still check out DVDs, believe it or not, and they also check out a DVD player. So we have all sorts of really cool stuff you can check out, including fishing poles, cake pans, crutches, really, it's amazing. But yes, that's what we're here for, to serve the community in all the ways that it wants and needs to be served. We are an amazing institution because of our support in the community, but also because of the people that are here, our incredible staff, but also the leadership and dedication of our board of directors. We have an incredible board, and we really are so well served by them, and that people that stay and serve even after their terms of office have been completed. We are thrilled to have Jerry Sullivan, who is a director Sullivan, Floyd Reed, Sarah Needham, who am I missing? Anybody else here? No, I think that's our whole board that's represented, and a slew of incredible ambassadors that are here. Our board chair, unfortunately, is it's not unfortunate, his board. My board chair is David Barrett, and unfortunately, he could not join us here this morning. He really regrets missing this exciting announcement, but he is visiting his sons in Colorado, so we'll give him a pass. This event was actually scheduled a couple weeks ago, and we did unfortunately fire that day, which is why this is rescheduled. All good now, only closed 2 days, not 2 years like the flood. But I do have just a few things that he wanted me to share with you. This is for David. As we embark on the second phase of our renovation to imagine a library of the next generation, we could not have reached this moment without the dedication, generosity, and belief of so many friends of the library. We are truly honored to have many of you here today. I would also like to thank our fabulous board of directors. We already have 100% participation with donations topping $1 million from the board. Thank you to each and every one of you. And one of the reasons that we have such incredible support from our board is because we also have a great Restore, Renew, and Reimagine board campaign chair. Please help me welcome Dan O'Shea.
Thank you. Flood, fire. I have not seen locusts yet today, so I'm in decent shape so far. Thank you for having me. At Hartford Public Library, we believe access to knowledge should be limitless. To that end, we are so proud to kick off this bold fundraising campaign, Restore, Renew, and Reimagine, an effort to transform the downtown library and bring more learning opportunities to our community. It's an honor to be leading this citywide campaign with tremendous support from the state, the city, and our board, and so many other generous supporters. Now, to date, we have raised $4.3 million to our goal of $5 million in philanthropic efforts, in addition to $5 million in bonding funds from the state. So please. I'd like to thank by name some of the early leadership supporters, in addition to the state of Connecticut: Travelers, the Hartford, Global Atlantic, the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving, and Margaret and Robert Petroselli. Restore, Renew, Reimagine is more than a fundraising effort. It's an investment in Hartford's future. A future where our libraries are not just places to borrow books, but places to launch communities, to build skills, and foster a sense of belonging. The campaign is ambitious, it is urgent, and thanks to our extraordinary partners, donors, and community champions, we are building significant momentum. The investments made so far are tremendous, and I'm so grateful for the leadership and generosity of our early donors, including 100% participation from our board of directors. Together, we are writing Hartford's next chapter. And now, we invite each of you, our Hartford community, to be part of this transformative story. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. And when we asked Dan to chair the committee, he said yes, without reservation. And I think that just is such a testament to his commitment. But our whole board is like that. Anytime they need something or there's a project, they stand up and they are with us. They are the most committed board that I've ever worked with, and I am just so truly grateful for them and all that support. Okay, so now we are honored. Probably wondering if it's kind of speak. Is it just sitting there, like taking this all in? We are so honored to have Governor Ned Lamont with us today. He's a champion of education, opportunity, and creating strong communities that enable families to thrive. We are so mission aligned with his vision for the state. And on that front, we're so excited to be a partner with him on this project as well as so many other projects here in Hartford and across our great state of Connecticut. Please help me welcome Governor Lamont.
Good morning. Thank you for I learned a lot. More aware of all the speed bumps we've had to go over the last number of years. Really mention that. But and you're like the Yukon Huskies women, you're not just standing your champion. Minnesota is the coolest place in the world. Isn't this amazing? Where is this? I here you are, crochet and eyeglasses and put an earphones, take a nap. It's a little like Ritter, I think. But I'll tell you how incredibly important libraries are, what this means as a community center. I love the history. It's just, this library goes back to 1774. It's older than the country. And it was a subscription service, right? It wasn't open to the public. You had to pay for access to come in like a ticket to a movie theater. Then by the mid-19th century, we decided this is libraries are for the public good and a community center. The Hartford Public Library is one of the first to say, we do books, we also do community, and a real leader there. We're for Ritu and all the different types of services we have here, including citizenship classes and ways to say you're welcome here in the greater Hartford and the state of Connecticut. From there you saw how libraries have transformed. I saw, look, just during COVID, it's incredible. Libraries, first of all, we had transponders outside of the library so people could do Wi-Fi outside was much safer, and people knew they could come here safely going forward. Now I love where you're going right now in terms of what you're doing in terms of the electronics, what you're doing in terms of e-book. Would you say almost as many e-books as now hard copy books going out? I don't care as long as you're reading. Whatever you're reading on, go out and read because it makes an enormous difference. It makes a difference to this community. I know this is a community center. It means so much. And, you're absolutely right. You said this is the heart and soul of what we've got going here in Hartford. And not just here, but in neighborhoods around. Ritter's been really good. He matters every day. What else can we do for the Hartford Public Library? Don't forget that John delivers the goods to Larson. He's been fighting every day for this estate and this city and this library. And it makes a difference. And I'm standing there. I was going to tell you one other guy. They take you by surprise. A great champion for libraries. When you think of high literature, when you think of reading, when you think of academia, I think of Keith Richards. Keith Richards was the lead guitarist for the Rolling Stones. He came and celebrated one of our libraries in downstate Connecticut just a few months ago. And very inspiring words. He said, I love the library, and don't burn the books. Anyway, God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. It means so much to have you here today. And before we go, since access to knowledge is the core of everything, what is that key to access? It's your library card, of course. So we have library cards for each and every one of you in the form of a chocolate bar. Right? So on your way out, please make sure to grab one. It's a symbol of what's possible when opportunity is available for all. And on the back, there's this handy-dandy QR code. So we are inviting you to join us, join our lead donors, join everybody that has contributed to this effort so far, from our incredible delegations at the federal level, the state, and of course our local support, and to our generous corporate and individual donors. Please join us to help us get to the end, cross the finish line for this campaign, so we make sure that this library finishes strong. Any amount is much appreciated, and again, it's a QR code on the back of this, and if you don't have this chocolate bar, go to hplrestoreandrenew.com or just hplct.com. Plenty of ways to give, or you can grab any one of us to talk about it as well. So thank you so much. If we have time for questions, if anybody has one, otherwise I'm sure we'll all be available afterwards. Absolutely. So the second phase of this renovation will ensure that we have a much more dynamic and larger spaces for immigration services, programming, entrepreneurship, small business, HPL Studios, which is our incredible place where we do film, video, audio recording, sound engineering, podcasting, and not just doing it, but teaching our community how to and providing a zero threshold access to learning those skills, whether it's for a hobby or for a future workforce. Up on the first floor, you'll see renderings of what those spaces will look like. There's also an expanded space for UConn. They're introducing this fabulous co-lab, which will be an opportunity for all of the resources of UConn to have an even greater impact here in the city of Hartford. So it will be a transformative new space on the second floor, the first floor, the second floor, and on our third floor, a reimagined Hartford History Center, which is, because we are so old, it is the repository of knowledge of Hartford since the 18th century. So it is really an incredible resource of archival materials as well as an engaging exhibit space. So the library provides many, many opportunities for workforce readiness and workforce development. We offer classes and skill-based training, but it also employs many residents as well. So that is, our employment opportunities are on our website, and then future skill-based training for after school, for people looking to build new skills or to enhance their skills. That is a huge part of our programmatic element, as well as technology training for people that people don't have devices, or if they do, they don't know how to use them as well as they would like to be able to access all of the information and the opportunities for employment. So all of those resources are here at the Hartford Public Library. Thank you so much for joining us